What's up, guys? I'm Nele from Amplified Trading. Okay, here's a quick disclaimer before today's video. You can go on through to the website www.amplifiedtrading.co.za for the full version of it. Okay. Now, question I got on my Facebook page is, can you give us a couple of pointers regarding how to choose a forex broker, and also just additionally just have a brief description of what slippage is. Okay, now in its rawest sense, forex broker is a currency trading broker, also known as a retail forex broker or just a forex broker. Now it handles a very small portion of the volume of the overall foreign exchange market. Now the brokers act as a sort of like a middleman. Okay, now they facilitate the transaction between customers, which would be the retail trader, and the overall market. Right, so they connect you through to the live market. And what they do, they get a certain percentage fee of whatever transaction you do. So if you place one trade a day, they get a certain percentage of that trade, or a spread of each and every trade that you place. Right, forex commissions come in one of two forms. There's a fixed one, and which the broker charges a fixed sum regardless of the size and the volume of the trade being placed, and also a variable one. But on this one, for example, on the fixed, you'd have $1 commission per transaction. Right, it's non-fluctuating, and there's also a fluctuating one, which is called a variable fee. Okay, now question is, funny enough, I got this question, can I trade without a forex broker? There's a hierarchy in trading pyramid, with mainly the big boys at the top, smart money, whatever you want to call them, big money, old money. At the end of the day, it's all just money. In the whole, I don't want to say pyramid, but I already used the word. Right at the top, it's the guys with the large amount of stake in the foreign exchange market, so it's commercial interest. And then as the pyramid goes down further, right at the bottom you have the retail traders. They need liquidity to actually get into the market. Now this all is based on a system or a model which puts the retail trader, I don't want to say at a disadvantage, but without access to a lot of things, because even the spreads that retail traders are going to pay are much more heftier and much more wider than the guys higher up in the chain, so to speak. Okay, now what should I be looking for? Now these are based on my experience. Okay, these don't make them like the solid the formula for finding a forex broker. This is based on what I prefer. Firstly, I look for regulation, FSB, FCA, ASIC, which is the Australian regulatory body for finance. What these guys do and provide is another layer of security in terms of your actual funds. So they are regulated, which means in most cases they're going to keep your funds segregated from theirs in an offshore account. So if the company or the forex broker, the brokerage firm, goes under, then the government can step in and say, okay, we can bail these guys out, because they are regulated, doing everything by the book. And so in order for them to comply with certain laws, they need to do certain practices. They need to abide by certain practices. And secondly, I'd state as trading costs, aside from my knowing that my money is at least safe to some extent, I'd love to know that how much I'm actually paying. I do this by checking at the end of each and every month, printing out a statement of my trading accounts, and then just looking at the overall cost that I actually did incur. So you might look at swap, you might look at your spreads, and also look at the amount of commission that you actually paid. Right, you'd be surprised, based on some research I did, probably around 50% of your account will go through towards trading costs as a new trader in the first year. So that's quite a lot. You need to make 50% just to be on break even. So just watch and keep those as low as possible. Withdrawals, at least 2 to 3 days at the most. Don't want anything more than 3 days in terms of actual withdrawals. And the margin requirements, I have a video. You can look at the description below. I'll leave the link to the previous video regarding the margin and how to actually calculate that based on each and every broker, and of course the minimum deposit. Right, that will depend on what type of trader you are. Right, the more sophisticated investors would have a bit more money to play around with, so don't really look at the last part of this whole what should I be looking for type of structure or model. So minimum deposits, but if you don't have a lot of money lying around, you might be looking at a broker with at least around $100 as a startup. Some go as low as $1 that you can fund with, but that's all going to be in relation to how much you can afford. So slippage, right? Slippage is like just going to the store and the printed price is 13 Rand, but when you get to the counter they tell you it's 13 Rand 50. Okay, that's a basic description of it. Slippage is normal and shouldn't affect your P&L too much, but in a very fast moving market it usually can be a huge amount of pips and can swallow up a large chunk of your profit. So it increases also the losses, because when you're trying to get out of a position, the market is still moving, and by the time you close it, it's moved way off from where you initially closed it. And when you enter at the market, let's say you want to buy the US desired 1350, and by the time you enter it's at 1360. That's a bit of an exaggeration, but I'm sure you guys get the idea. Now by the time that the market reaches this by the time that the broker executes, or I don't know, honors your limit order, then you probably, let's say the market has pulled away already like 10 pips or so, right? A couple of pips. So this 10 pips then becomes the slippage. Okay, that simply just goes in through to the broker. They take it off the top, right? Now you can subscribe for more videos like this and more free info and stuff. Now go through to the website www.amplifytrading.co.za, also the Facebook page Amplified Trading, and my Facebook page as well, Anele Forex Pro Kasana. You can check out some of the videos that we have there, and also you can participate in some of the surveys that we're going to be conducting just to gain access to some of our free unlimited signals, just general questions that you come across, right? Like how well is your trading and how long you've been trading. So just help us out with regards to that research, and good trading.